Alright, so now we're going to take a look at completing the interior by adding the kitchen and bathroom fixtures and appliances, and then we'll take a look at front and back porches. Afterwards, we'll have a discussion on how to customize these components. Just keep in mind that this way, using the project component library, you can at least complete the model so that you can focus on developing your styles and your scenes for output and presentation. However, based on your design research and your approach with your design, especially your vision for the design, we can do some additional custom modeling and representation of your specific selections. So let's take a look at completing the interior. We can start first with our kitchen, or how about our bathroom, since it's at the top of the list here. All right, what you'll notice with the bathroom, okay, again, if you're using your layers here, since we're on the interior, what I'll do here is turn off the exterior walls. Okay, and we'll turn off that floor. There we go. Now, this is the area where we have the bathroom, and here's the bathroom component. Now, if I select it here, you'll notice it comes in as one large component, and you may be wondering, how do I place it into the model? Well, if you orbit around, you'll see how the bottom right-hand corner of this cabinet fixture is where the crosshairs is oriented. And so what you could do here is just bring yourself to the bottom, or this top right corner of the bathroom, and place it. All right, now again, this is just a quick and dirty placement of your bathroom components based on design specifications and also building and safety code. You might need to resize or reposition your components, and you'll be able to do that simply by doing something like this. All right, as a component here, you can edit the component, and you'll notice, let's turn off the x-ray here. You'll notice the toilet's a component by itself. You'll see the upper cabinet's a component. All right, you'll see other accessories there as components. So you could pretty much replace some of these features. And notice here with the cabinet, okay, let's try to zoom in here. Now also, you'll notice that if you want to start editing, that of course something like this is going to be very difficult to work with, because while you may need one side of the wall visible, it's going to be hard to get into tight spaces with the other wall visible. So some of the things you could do include using temporary section planes. So if you take a look at your toolbars here, if you show your section toolbar, okay, what you'll be able to do is use the section tool to align it with a face that you want to work on, and then you could select it, select the actual section there, let's edit that one more time, and then what you're able to do is move it. Let's see, there it is. That's when it's selected. When it's unselected, it's orange according to my model settings here. And when I select it, it turns blue. Now I can move it, right? Changing the depth of my section. Now this would help, for example, if I wanted just to work in this area, right? Now you'll notice that it's slicing only the elements within the bathroom component, right? Nothing else. See how it doesn't affect that? Well, what I could do here is I placed it into the bath component, right? But if I cut it, and notice if I exit the bath component, right? And you'll notice here's the interior wall, here's the bath component. If I just place it here, right? If I just go like this, edit, paste back in place, then we should see it cut through the component. Now it's not doing that, but what we could do is, if we want to, we could put it into the wall component. So again, let me cut it. Here's the wall component. I can edit it, paste it in place, and let's see. That should have worked. We're in the wall component. And let's make sure we activate the cut too. There we go. And now you can see I can move it backwards and forwards, right, through the wall component layer. And this way I can see all of my bathroom elements and features, and it'll make it easier for me when I want to work with the bathroom here. I can temporarily turn off the section planes. Okay, so it makes it easier for me to select. So for example, here I'm in the wall component right now. I can exit, go back into the bath component, and then freely select my entities and move them about without having the obstruction of the interior wall there. If I want to remove the section, all I have to do is turn off the section display cuts. Okay. If you turn on the planes again, you can actually see where you have a section placed. All right, and if you want to remove it, all you have to do is double click to make sure you can select it and then delete it. All right, so that's the bathroom there. Let's take a look at our layers once again. So we can turn on, we're going to need the exterior walls here. And if you take a look at the bathroom, right, it's still on layer 0. But you'll notice also that if I edit, you'll see that we've got fixtures on fixtures layer, right? You can see there. And you'll notice here, you could create a layer for just your bath, right, if you want to control the visibility. You'll notice here when I turn off the interior walls, only the interior walls disappear. All right, so we're going to be working back here in this corner. And again, if I take a look at my components, I'm going to search for my kitchen. Here it is. When I select it, all right, you're going to have the bottom left-hand corner of your refrigerator as the insertion point. Okay. Now, where do I want to put that? Now, you'll notice it's going to be kind of hard to see how we can place it against the back wall there. But once again, you'll notice this is the bottom of the refrigerator. If I just align it, get everything inside, and align it to the bottom of the wall there, I can place it. And then now to get it back up against the wall, what I can do here is simply select it from this corner, drag it along the green axis, use Shift, and then click to the upper cabinet here, or the upper corner there. Now, oh, interesting. I believe here we just have a little bit, maybe this one is not resized properly here. I think that might be the case, but that's not a problem. Okay, as a cabinet, what I could do here is, the kitchen's a whole component. If I double click on it, you'll notice that this upper cabinet is a component, as is most of these other cabinets. I'll say something about this in just a minute here, just so you can get a better idea of how we're going to customize. But notice here, if I just wanted to make this a little bit bigger, I can make sure I have just that component, and I can use scale to scale it. I can see why it looks that way. The actual sizing of the component is not to the edge of the face there, so you can see that's why it didn't size correctly. But if I just resize it like that, and then let's see if I can reposition it. There we go. Now we can double check the sizing, and actually for your design you might require something totally different. But again, just for the basic model presentation, here's our kitchen. If you just wanted to focus on creating views and maybe focus on material selection, that would be perfect. You don't have to concern yourself with the layout of the kitchen design. All right? All right, then. Let's exit that component. Let's turn back on our layers to show the completed building envelope. So here's the floors. And let me do this too. I'll go over here to my view toolbar and I'll turn off my guides and my axis and my planes for the moment. Here's let's put in the interior wall first. Okay, so we can see that. And then we also have the roof, metal roof, roof plate, roof vent. And as you can see, there's the doors and the windows. And all we need to complete the building envelope now is the front and back porch.